everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Bar20, a player hater gaming production. My name is Brandon Ross. I am your host and dungeon master, and along with these lovely people that are surrounding me on the screen, we play this crazy game called Dungeons and Dragons, 5th edition. Gotta put that in there.
I thought this was Bunkers and Badasses.
This is not Bunkers and Badasses. I'm sorry.
I mean, we are kind of badass.
You lied to me.
We are very badass.
Yeah, there you go. We'll call it Boulder Apartment Shears Simulator. Well, before we dig into tonight's episode, we did have a couple quick announcements from our social media team. If you would go ahead and kick those off, then we'll dive into tonight's story.
All right. Hey guys, join our socials. Come hang out with us. Come check out our stuff. We are constantly posting whenever we can, which is pretty much almost every day. Join our Discord. Come hang out with us. Come talk to us. If you join our Discord, you're able to be in a raffle for monthly community one-shots. We got a bunch of things going on there. We got a bunch of memes that are amazing. Maybe sooner or later, I keep saying it, but me and Rot will dust off the old mimic meme war again. Who knows? Everybody's okay with having like 200 notifications in an hour, right?
You assume that we get all them.
I just mute that channel when I know y'all are having a war. Or if you do it, just do it while I'm at work, because then everything's shut off anyways.
Anyways, yeah, come join our Discord. Come hang out with us. I cannot talk today. I could not talk today any day, really. But yeah, join our Facebook, our Instagram, our Twitter, our TikTok. And yeah, still have that giveaway whenever we reach 200, because I'm not going to say 2,000 again. 200 followers. We have two different bundles that will be given away, and I'm pretty excited to see who will win it, because I sure won't, because I work here, so that sucks. But yeah. Anyways, that's all I can think of.
At 199, I'm quitting.
I swear. You had better.
At 200, he comes back.
Yeah, 201, I come back.
Yeah, there you go.
After I win.
You see what I have to live with every day?
Yeah, noted.
And it's a joy.
You chose that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you willingly chose that.
You chose that.
Yeah.
Did I, though?
You chose. Not gonna finish that.
I think he had charm person or something, and it's like
you still chose.
I keep failing those wisdom checks.
Making RPGs, and it's like press X or Y, and it keeps zooming in, and the timer's going down, down.
Andy, either your intelligence is very low or his charm person, because do we not remember that meme from David in the Discord saying that you gain 2 intelligence whenever you get the engagement ring? You should have said no as soon as you got those 2, but look, clearly he's better.
That's a hella good charm person spell. His charisma is like max times 10.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know my saving throws.
Oh my gosh. So anyways, with our social media announcements out of the way, real quick, I saw some already going down. How was our help dice looking? Looks like I already got
I just need one.
Fire, one given to Kelvin.
2.
So you need one more now, Fire? Or?
Yep.
And I just need one.
Just need one for Cathalia.
I am golden. I still have 3.
You still have 3?
Your name's Pony Boy?
Oh
yes.
My gosh.
That's on the other site that we're not allowed to talk about on Twitch.
Snow can use one more help die.
I was about to say, it's literature, so Brandon doesn't know anything about that, so...
I don't read.
Nope. I had to explain who Edgar Allan Poe was the other night.
That's a joke.
That's a rabbit hole.
And we're friends?
I was I'm not going to defend myself about how I was joking with her about it. We're going to move on to tonight's campaign, because we are going to have a lot of fun, and it's going to be great. For tonight, as we dig into tonight's episode, we have watched as our companions of the wild cards have descended upon Bolbec. Some of them having to resist some magical effects over the entirety of the city-town. Through those high saves, they were able to free some others, begin to make plans, investigate, realize things definitely were not as they seemed in this perfect place of paradise in Bolbec. Instead, it was rather infected. The townsfolk enslaved, unknown to them, puppeteered around. I think back to my lovely egg stand, the puppeteer. But they're able to definitely get to the bottom of it, realizing that an individual thought dead by Pyre's own hands, alive and kicking, able to somehow, with new powers, take over the town, pose himself up as some rich political figure that saved the town. But our party knew better. Through their checks, their thought processes, investigations, conversations, and a hearty fight where nobody drowned, everyone was totally safe, and there was no threat whatsoever, able to destroy Joseph, taking from him a crystal of Valadium, probably a source of some whatever power he had, cleansing the town, erasing the scene a few days later on the edge of the town, burned into the ground by snow, as she was the first, I believe, to truly venture away, noticing the sheer scale of what it took to make the town your own. As some new people came in to the town, first travelers ever since the freedom of the town, it was decided they should be quickly equipped with what they needed and moved on their way. But being as quickly built a cart it seems it was actually built from a bit of a notice board. Upon it, dire news from the north. More allies, unfortunately, laid to rest. And things picking up. Deciding that it was in the best interest to watch out for the town, but also keep an eye on the north, while also pursuing many other facets. The party decided to take a hard decision and let one of their members, Tamriel, move to the north. His abilities and expertise to slink in and fit in, being of aid, taking, I believe, he handed him one of the found armor pieces from the totally not exploded caravan.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Who did that?
No one did that. He went on his way to the north to see if he could garner some more information about the true cause of this war. The current known cause is Zotaris claiming that Bragos had stolen artifacts precious to their crown. How much weight did it carry? No one really knew. So they decided to set the investigator to his path. As the night went on, Pyre and Isa, discovering that the hilt he had found was in fact a hilt, not just hilt shaped. Through pain and trials, they were able to pull the Valadium from Pyre's chest as it came from her body, shaped into one half of a great sword blade, almost like a bladed tuning fork. Same for the other half, brought from Joseph, forming itself, and then the two were affixed to the hilt, making some kind of a, again, just odd-looking, sharpened greatsword tuning fork. To what end? Neither knew. But, is there anything else you want to wrap up before you go into a long rest for the night?
No.
Okay. As each of you begin to awake, morning is yours.
I'm gonna make some coffee.
Okay. You head downstairs, start making some coffee, things like that. All of you probably not squished, but finding space within
Doesn't Pyre have her own room?
I was saying, finding space within Amelia's house, as there is space for all of you with the upgrades so graciously granted by Joseph. The smells and sounds of coffees and things being made as you wake up Pyre, you realize that you're actually alone in your room.
Pyre jumps up, kind of sitting on the bed, looking around the room.
Say with your passive perception, you look around real quick and you don't see anything left behind. So you do only see the blade made last night and a folded bit of paper kind of draped over one of the kind of offshoots of the handle of the blade.
Pyre goes and picks up the piece of paper.
I will send it to you in a private message, and then you can discern what facts you want from that. Say with that, Kelvin, you probably wake up for too long. Snow, you wake up for too long.
Wrinkles her nose at the smell of coffee.
Kelvin was asleep under the kitchen table, so he wakes up.
Of course.
All of you meet up downstairs.
Pyre reading the message. Thankfully, nobody can see her. She's in her own private room. Takes a moment to herself. Takes the letter and puts it in her bag. And then grabs her sword and then the sword we made last night and equips herself with it. And before she leaves, she takes her great axe and puts it kind of above the door, kind of hanging there.
Okay.
For whenever she comes back, it'll be there.
Okay. That does remind me, I forgot to make a point. Cathalia, while you did trance and you did benefit from a long rest, your rest was not super restful.
I figured. Which is why coffee.
Yeah. Forgot about that note from that stream. But all of you get together, going downstairs. Amelia, it's been 2 weeks for her now, 20 full days. Her strength is returning. Her body seems healthier. She's just happy to have her daughter back and these wild, crazy friends that she has brought to liberate and save the town of Bulbeck.
Not really saying anything, just pulls a chair from the table and sits down.
Pyre, would you like some coffee? Or tea?
No thanks.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, everything's fine.
So, what's with the giant tuning fork?
Came out of my chest last night. Well, part of it did, but
What?
Wait, you took that crystal that Kelvin shoved into your chest and pulled it back out.
yeah, essentially. It was
And
slowly,
now it's a sword.
yeah. And
Oh.
she points to the other part, and this part was in Joseph.
Cathalia, could you make me an insight check real quick?
E. There it is. No.
You don't know what it is, but you just don't like that thing.
Just sit there and, like Baby Yoda, just drink the coffee, stare. It's different.
Few minutes
Fire,
go
you
by. Oh, go ahead.
Fire, you weren't here with us when the last time that this happened. I had another one of my really shitty trances
You mean the one
last
where you,
night.
like the Jude one?
No, 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 not that level of shitty. No, I was not. I did not fall asleep while on watch this time.
Allegedly.
The last time this happened, we were in Rosso, and it was right before our parents were killed. It was that horrible empty pit in my stomach and soul feeling thing. And I don't know either what's about to happen or what has happened already.
Lots of things happen.
Yeah.
You sent Tam off? Where's
I
Isa?
Hires, brow furrows. He's gone. Don't worry about it.
Wait. Do you feel comfortable leaving your mother here in town?
Yeah, kind of have to. She's gonna be helping with a lot of things of the town. Try to get some kind of, I don't know, some kind of chain of command government. I don't know. She's less anarchy than I am, so
Well, you and her have the day. We'll head out tonight.
By the time you say that, this heftier plate of pancakes just like in front of you, Pyre. Well, I raised you, didn't I? Eat.
I mean, are these for me or does anybody else get any?
She just stares at you. As you can see Fragile Vine behind her holding like 2 more plates, like about to bring him over, then just like does the thing where he stops, like deer in headlights, just pancakes?
Yes, pancakes.
He sets a plate down in front of you, Dahlia,
Thank you.
and then one in front of Snow.
If there's not another plate, I'm gonna eat you.
No. There's more. Please don't eat me.
I did that. I said that without even looking at him, and then I'll turn and look. What do you think? And I'll lick my lips.
There's definitely more pancakes.
There better be syrup too.
What's syrup?
It's liquid sugar, basically. And you put different flavors and it's really good. Blueberry syrup, made from scratch. Oh my gosh.
That sounds like there's no syrup, though.
Yeah, probably not.
There is no syrup. There is butter, fresh veggies, and fruits.
If anyone tries to put a vegetable on my waffle or pancake, I'm gonna stab them. With the pancake.
I don't have mage hand.
I was gonna say someone mage hand a little bit of broccoli just slowly to his pancake.
Alessia would have. Alessia is the queen of snarky mage hand.
Too bad she's not here.
I know.
Fire just keeps staring at her mom as she's eating. She's doing the kid thing.
Thalia's going to eat and drink her coffee and just nonchalantly say, also, I kind of made a deal with the Fae.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You already told me and I said this.
I did tell you and I said this, but I didn't get to tell Snow and Kelvin yet.
What kind of deal are you talking about?
It's kind of like a job, but not really.
Didn't you already have one of those?
Yeah, this one's kind of more long term.
Elaborate.
She's in servitude of the Grey King or something like that, as Pyre's still staring at her mom while she eats.
Yes, that is it.
Are we familiar with that name at all?
Ooh, you are welcome to, let's see, for you, Snow, this would actually be
I was like, Pyre knows because of the crossover.
Yeah, Kelvin would know too.
For you, Snow.
I don't know if I've ever mentioned it other than that.
Nope. I only know it because of the crossover.
Yep.
And the Blink Dogs.
Fucking Blink Dogs.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to have a blink dog just be like, poof, poof.
Me too.
I mean, Thalia maybe, but maybe. I don't know. I have a pretty bad luck with Beastmasters.
Check, and because of certain things, you would make it with advantage.
Okay.
And if you hit the threshold, you'll know why.
Nope.
12?
Is it 12?
Yeah, you
the threshold was 2. No.
Yeah, there's a lot of stories around that term, the Grey King, especially in your own tribe and mostly druids and rangers. He is known, you would know from that, you would know that he's the king without land, is another way you know him. He has no castle, he has no borders, he has no farmland, nothing. His land is the veil that keeps all the plains packed away nice and neat. So his kingdom is ensuring that the veil stays strong and stays properly work. They oversee if something crosses over that's too powerful, such as when you were sent to take care of the Fey Bear. That creature should not have crossed, and it had to be taken care of.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I kind of have a new long-term job.
So when you say servitude, what exactly are we talking about here?
Other than my current family, I am not to have another family. I cannot marry, I cannot bear children. My focus has to be on my duties to the Great King.
Any idea what those are?
Taking care of things like the Fey Bear, basically, I guess. Fixing the rips in the veil. What?
I guess we'll figure it out as we go, kind of
Yeah,
thing.
pretty much.
You're kind of always in training.
Yeah, basically.
It'll suck being on call all the time.
I guess we'll find out.
I'm on the sending schedule again? This is bullshit.
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
I mean, it's not wrong.
Especially after work tried to call me in earlier. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm always on call.
Yep.
Sucks.
I'm gonna make that a thing in D&D. I'm on the sending schedule. This job sucks.
Yep, there you go.
Perks might be great, though.
I doubt it. You're in servitude of a noble who rules nothing, so.
No words.
You know the
Just
worst part
eating
about
my
this news?
pancakes.
You know the worst part about this news?
What?
I don't have any pancakes.
You have pancakes. They have been presented in front of you.
Oh, here they are. Nom, 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 nom.
Dear Mom, I ate the pancakes. Are you happy?
We're getting there. Thank you.
Better be glad you're my mother.
Somebody upset.
You have any milk?
Of course, it's a farm town.
Can I have some milk, please?
Of course.
Thank you.
Just no chocolate.
Yeah, no chocolate.
No,
we don't know
fine.
that.
You don't have to do
Yeah,
chocolate.
I was like, we don't know that. I thought you liked the chocolate milk. You said you did.
I loved it. I just want regular milk right now.
Insight check.
Yeah. I'm like,
do I get advantage because it's my brother?
I'm doing it.
No.
Okay.
That's a 12.
That's a 7.
Kelvin, you don't need to roll it publicly. You can just choose persuasion or deception. Let me know what it is.
Oh yeah, no, I'll send it to you.
Okay.
So you'll know.
He absolutely loved it, without question.
Also, Andy, it never works. Just because he's your brother does not mean you get advantage. Stop asking it.
One of these days it will work.
Okay.
If you don't ask, the answer's always no.
I just have to find that one right situation where it will work.
But yes, you are. Given what you
Is
want
my
her
brother
breakfast.
is my brother dead? Roll with advantage since it's your brother. There you go.
You are allowed to have your breakfast, have your discussions. before shortly afterwards, Fragile Vine kind of dismisses himself. He has some things to tend to with the farmers and things like that. He leaves. Amelia just starts kind of cleaning up, getting things ready before she eventually will dismiss herself as well and head into town.
I'll help clean up breakfast.
Helps her mom, but you tell her mind is elsewhere. So she's probably like breaking a couple things, like, oh, I'm putting this glass up here. Nope, I didn't put it on there. Now it's on the glue. It's shattered on the ground. Okay, cool.
Fire, if you want to talk, I'll listen.
No thanks.
The offer's there. Just whenever.
Nothing to talk about. As Fire just turns around, keeps doing stuff.
So, what's the plan for today? What are we doing?
Get your stuff together, talk to who you need to talk to, get what you need to get for a long journey. We'll be heading out tonight. Don't know exactly where, but I assume we'll just follow the river, not exactly, but closely, as we head north.
Hold up north, right?
Probably.
I mean, yeah, probably.
I would say it would be enough of a common knowledge that north into the east, into Zotaris, isn't super cold, but there is just something about north into the west in Bragos that makes that region the Arctic tundra.
The lands of always winter.
Essentially, yeah.
That's usually because of some wizard stuff. I
Is there
hate wizards.
is there a big ass wall that we have to climb?
Parts.
There is always somebody on watch.
Helping you're not allowed to go to the top and pee off the side.
Fire punches Kelvin and Cathalia. No. Just double it.
Kelvin rages.
God.
Just figure out what you have to for at least a few days. I wouldn't worry about rations. We can take care of that. But any supplies you want.
Clothes.
What?
Well, I got something for the trip, and I'm gonna walk over to a pyre. I'm gonna reach in my bag. I'm gonna pull something out. Here, it's fully in my hand, so you can't see what it is.
Fire just stares at you.
Put your hand out, please.
She puts her hand out, just staring at him.
And I'll put a piece of jerky in her hand.
Oh no.
I got some more.
Fire, all of a sudden he notices, like, she looks at it, she looks kind of like her eyes look happy, but then she looks sad all of a sudden.
Oh, it's the good stuff. Don't worry.
Thank you,
You're welcome.
Kelvin. And she just continues to look sad. Happy
So-
sad.
Kelvin, how was your trip?
It was good.
Good.
It was needed. Well,
after breaking a couple dishes and tripping over a bunch of shit because she's not paying attention and everything, like to the point her mom's probably like, "You need just get out, just go. You're no help," and stuff like that. She just goes, starts packing all her stuff up, just quietly.
Okay.
We gotta stop at the garden or the bell. I gotta, and she holds up a letter that says Niles Thatcher on it. I need to leave this for somebody so they can maybe look for your tribe.
Fred seems to know what he's doing. I mean, you could talk to him.
He's got a lot on his plate. I don't think we should add more.
Not really. He just sells eggs.
This person, I don't see them going at sending anybody for eggs. So, alcohol, not eggs.
But eggs are so much better than alcohol.
No, they're not.
I mean, I like to eat eggs with mead while I drink mead, but that's just me.
I don't know what that is.
Alcohol.
It's that stuff that you really didn't like in Ritool.
Yeah, that was gross.
Each their own.
Empire, 100%. Yeah, Mom, I drink alcohol now. I'm of age.
You snuck wine from the cellar when you were 12.
Knew about
Oh,
What?
You knew about that?
Yes.
Oh.
When you use well water to refill my expensive wine bottles, there's a taste difference. You're going to be a crook, be a better one.
Well, I did get better. Thank you very much.
I hope so.
He's really good at stealing stuff now. I'm trying to get her to stop.
Kelvin. She just looks
What?
at big eyed.
Well, as long as you don't punch a guard, I'm sure it's fine.
She did that
how's
once.
that?
What?
Yeah.
Snow just slowly backs away from this table.
Fire does too. She's like, nope, not having this conversation anymore.
You punched a guard?
To be
Almost
fair,
to
she did a
death.
really good job.
Yeah, he almost died.
What?
I think they had to reset his jaw.
To go out here, outside, and I'm gonna go try and talk to God. I'm gonna like rush outside.
You shot Tam.
I did
She shot
too.
Tam.
I did too, and you didn't punch me as I'm walking out the door.
Fire grabs her and punches her just because she said that.
Roll the hit.
Can't I do like a I'm not gonna get grabbed check?
No, you're getting punched.
Called your armor class.
You said something. You're getting punched. If I can. Nope. That's the reason why I'm gonna take. Nope. I got 2 of them. I'm just swinging. That's a 19.
That one will hit.
Yay!
You miss
You
with
take 5.
the first. You go to swing for the first one, and you're just so flustered and angered at it, and laughing too, that you miss. But as you go down, you get close to the elbow, and you just throw your shoulder into it, and you crack her with the elbow instead.
There. Now I punched you.
I don't know, 4 or 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah. There.
Yeah.
I punched you. Okay?
That wasn't an invitation.
It
But I
sounded
guess
like
we're
it.
even now.
No, we're not.
I've only shot you once, and you punched me once.
That was a punch for Tam, not for me.
I mean, we'll revisit the other punch at a later
No.
date.
I mean, didn't you try to punch and then you missed? So, I mean, that was the first one, and then you try, and then you actually connected. So,
Kelvin,
what?
you sweet green elf. As she just rubs his face.
We've been over this. You don't. Okay, if it makes you feel better.
As she kind of like taps his face really hard and just gets her stuff in.
So yeah, I'm gonna go find somewhere alone and try and talk to Jan.
Okay. What are you trying to discern?
Is there anything else I have to do right now? Okay. Is there another assignment, boss lady thing?
Oh no, are you chained to your desk?
You spent about
I have to like reset my chain.
You spent about 5 or 10 minutes out there trying to make this connection, and you can feel your connection is strong, but there doesn't seem to be any feelings, voices, or emotions being conveyed to you.
Okay.
Oh, so Jan and Jorsar are hanging out. Cool.
Yeah, probably. They might be besties. We don't know.
Dad, why?
I mean, hey, if Dad and Jan are hanging out, then things could happen.
No, not in, not in. No, not. Listen.
Mom, what are you doing?
Listen. Not in my body, okay? Not in my body.
I didn't say anything about your body. I just said things.
Your saw is in my body. The only way anything could happen is in my body.
That's awkward.
Gotta cock block my dad.
Pyre, you're getting your things packed and ready.
Mm-hmm.
Kelvin, Snow, you do the same thing. Start getting the cart loaded up, get things ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
Find Vine for a minute.
He is out. He wouldn't be too far from you where the house is, just because that's where the farmlands in the south kick off. So probably about 5-10 minute walk to where you would see a not a. Give me a perception check. Trying to just detail this, and I want to see what you get.
11 again.
It's interesting as you walk up to there. It's not a gaggle of people. It's not just some circle. There's actually like rows of about 10 individuals in like a semicircle shape around Vine. And you can see he has this book with him open, reading from it. And you can see there's some plants that have been brought out in their own little pots. And you can know this has been a project he's been working on every single day. And how close do you get? Do you get within listening range, or do you stay back a bit?
No, I'd get close enough to be able to hear it.
He is detailing to the best visibility what crops can be planted next to each other, how close, and also how you can use different methods of planting to bring about a higher yield. So much so he's detailing how to use what kind of soil or what kind of things to use on top of the soil. Make an insight check for me too.
Insight. Better.
23. It's odd. He's not more muscular. He's not of a greater frame, but just he's upright. He's confident. His charismatic nature seems to be boistering the physical body. And he just seems to be, again, kind of in his element, it seems, would be the best way to put it. Especially at the 23, you've never seen this side of Fragile Vine. I mean, you grew up together, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
But again, you know, as Drifting Snowflake, you take that minute back of that insight. You're like, well, this is what happens when you're placed somewhere you can succeed. He needs to be.
I'm gonna just hang out until he's done.
Okay. It's about a 30-45 minute, essentially a lecture, really. But once it's done, they all, you know, they have minor conversations, and then he kind of breaks away from the group because he sees you. He's like, oh, if you all have any other questions, just let me know. I'll be around the area for some time. I don't think I'm leaving anytime soon.
Professor Vine has left the building.
And he heads over to you. Hi, how's it going?
You're looking better.
Thanks. It's nice to be listened to, and not like in that way, but just appreciated, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Have you started working on any of the research that you lost?
A bit, yeah. I kind of picked this book up back in last town, and been helping me kind of recall my memory and get it back on paper. Some things aren't there because, you know, you write something down and, you know, a couple months go by, kind of forget about it, but I'm trying to recall it all.
Looks like you're doing good here. I know that we're going to be heading out tonight, but I wanted to let you know that there is a local druid here if you need help. Her name is Funda?
Funda. Yes,
Okay.
We've met.
Good. I'm glad that you'll have somebody to lean on. She's a character.
Yeah, the hair is so much.
Yeah.
Says the creatures that are covered completely in hair.
We keep ourselves trimmed and clean. Not
Still
like
covered. Still covered completely in hair.
It's actually fur, not hair.
Did you
And those are called toes.
Yeah.
Beans.
Did you need something?
They're toe beans.
Just wanted to make sure that you're okay with staying here.
I mean, obviously I'd like to go home and see the tribe, but again, he just kind of gestures broadly. What kind of service would I be doing the elder if I said, no, I'm going to be selfish and fulfill what I want with the tribe? Nature led us here.
You've really grown into yourself. I like that.
Thank you.
Don't forget your goal, though. Even if it doesn't happen this season or next season, you do have a right to what you want to. Is there anything that you want me to bring to them?
Just tell the elder I say hello. And that I'm doing okay.
See if she'll let me go punch a cat, but you know, figure that out as we get there. I haven't forgotten what you're owed. Be safe, fine. We'll keep in touch.
Be safe out there.
best.
He kind of goes in for like the awkward hug.
She'll give it to him.
He hugs you.
Give him a few pats on the back.
You can just see Snow and Vine just like hugging, like she's bending down, like a little,
little bit.
Oh, come here.
A little bit,
It's
yeah.
okay, sweetie. It's
Little bit.
okay. Do you need me to kiss the boo boo? No.
Not that far, goodness. He's still a 5'2" adult cat.
Fire hit a child. She feels so bad about that. Not really.
He gives you one big little bit of a squeeze and then lets go and kind of nods his head. I gotta make sure they're getting everything right out there.
You'll guide them well, I have no doubt. Let us know if you need anything.
I will.
She'll turn and walk away.
All right. By the time you get back, I would say the cart itself with your own personal belongings is packed and ready. You eventually meet up at the cart outside. What do you do next?
Bear starts walking to the garden to leave the letter there.
Okay.
Instructing, kind of like telling them like, hey, don't let anybody touch this unless, they say the name.
Okay. You kind of get up there, you can see there's one guy with like the double overhand painting in the words. Head inside. It's a decently well reworked over tavern.
Just go up to the bar with the letter. So whoever is working it.
You see what looks to be barely chin higher than the bar, and this super shiny bald head and this giant mane of a beard. Oh, wow, Miss Pyre, hold on. Where's my stool? Clunk. Dun. Well, I know it's early, but ale?
No, sadly,
What?
would I have
You?
gotten his name? Yeah, would I know his name? Because
he simply goes by Thomas, and the proclaim is, you common folks can't say my name.
Thomas?
Yep.
Good thing I'm not common, but anyway. No, Thomas, heading out.
Well, then you need one for the road.
I mean, if you got a traveling mug, bottle, something, I'll take it. You know I will.
Sell you a keg.
No. No, I cannot. Maybe. Nope.
Good price.
I know. But I came in here for a reason, as she slides the letter over.
Kind of looks down at it a little bit.
That's for a friend of mine. Don't let anybody just have it. Ask for a letter for Niall Thatcher. You know, you got your person.
Kind of slides it over under his just sausage thick hand. Just.
As
All right, then.
Fire slips him 20 silver. Thank you, Thomas. Maybe I'll be back and I'll drink you on the table again. As she just walks away.
Told you that wasn't a fair contest.
And she just waves.
I'm gonna guess the rest of you would have begun to bring the cart into town to get any final supplies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Outside of the usual for the horses, when it comes to food and water, what else would you like to procure?
I think I at least got everything I needed during our 210 days.
Fire is gonna go to the blacksmith, see if they got any like hand axes, since she's now down to 2. And
Yeah,
those
easy enough.
little things. Yeah. Okay. She buys 2 hand axes.
Okay. I think they're like $5 silver a piece, something like that. They're not much.
All right.
Oh, my bad. Just for where you're at, they'd be 3 gold a piece.
So what's the conversion for that? I have silver, but not gold.
It would be 30 silver.
All right. There we go. And as Hire is leaving, she looks over at, kind of where he's doing his work. Does she see a poker in the fire? Like, is he currently working on anything?
That's check.
Come on. 13.
13.
Mm-hmm.
Not that you can see. Looks like just other simple tools, tongs, various sized hammers. The main working anvil there next to the forge itself.
All right. As she just kind of takes a look around and leaves.
All right. Catch up with the rest of the party. You've been able to get you some horse food and water. Probably about midday, maybe just after.
All right. Start heading out, I guess.
All right. Where are you headed? Wow.
Where are we going?
They said the north, so that's where Pyre was headed. She's just walking.
I thought it was just to follow the river. Like, we don't have to exactly follow
Yeah.
the river, but still head north and a bit west, probably till we come even with Mornshire and see where things are from there.
Right?
Okay.
Okay.
If anybody has any other suggestions, I am open to them.
That I could think of.
Got nothing.
Dad's being quiet, so.
All right. Well, all of you, who's riding, who's walking.
I guess I'll be driving the cart.
Okay. Say at this point the animals are comfortable with you. There's no longer need for a check. Unless you
Hard walking.
Quick question before we take off completely.
Yeah.
What is there any place in town that looks like they sell any jewelry or anything?
Make an investigation check.
Beautiful. That's an 8.
8. I mean, there's a couple of like low-end general stores, but you don't really see anything that pertains to like dedicated jewelry work.
I will go to one of the general stores.
All right. What are you looking for?
I am looking for a pearl worth 100 gold.
Pearl, 100 gold.
Yes.
Okay. You get in and you're looking around. Fortunately, where you're at doesn't look like something that heavily priced would be around here.
Looking over everything. Sunblade, stupid. Luck blade, don't
Hey,
need that crap.
Hey,
Um,
listen, we got Dollar General here, okay? You like it or you leave.
What the hell is a staff of defense? Do you have a pearl?
I mean, we have a couple of things from the river.
Is it worth 100 gold?
No.
Thank you. And I walk away.
Going into Dollar General, expecting Target. Jesus Christ.
Take offense to that.
Well, you guys head out, beginning to get a bit closer to the river. How close to the river do you want to travel?
Is there a road?
There is not a road. It is mostly, for the most part, open rolling hills. The only road that would have come out of here would have led to Brightshire, to Ritul, or there's a bit of like a common path that is almost next to the river. Like it's common path where there is travel. It's not really like a well-maintained road, but it is, you can see, there's wheel ruts, there's tracks that have been over the years, but it is probably within 30 feet close to a river.
Good enough.
Yeah, it sounds good to me.
All right. As all of you are traveling for the first half day, please give me a perception check. And by the way, when I say river, I mean like the Great Mississippi Nile. This thing is quite far across and can easily support seafaring ships.
Okay.
Kelvin is flustered about not finding a pearl.
16.
I got a 5 in total off a nat 1.
That's okay. I got an 8 in total nat 1.
Oof.
I got a 14.
14.
I got a
and
16.
Pyre and Cathala, you two see it first. Coming down the river, you can see this just a large ship sailing. sails kind of not fully furled out. The river does have a flow in a direction, and it's heading from north to south.
Can we tell like the colors of the sails at least? Like maybe not like
with this
decoration on it, but at least the
colors, they just seem to be plain, simple colors. Brown,
Okay.
white.
So probably goods, maybe.
This is probably not a snow specific question.
Sure.
But having traveled a little bit with the tribe, is this a ship like design that she might have seen before?
Ooh. History check.
Yay, Pyre doesn't have to do that.
It's okay.
It's okay.
11.
11. You would know that just from looking at it at the glance you have. I would say you would know that it is built more for transporting goods. It is definitely not a ship that is known for like for war or for a pirate style ship where it's made to smash and grab. It definitely is a cargo faring ship. There are after all, if you kind of look at it and make a couple notes pointing at it, there are like closed cannon ports, but again, there's not a ton of them. And again, with Snow, your experience looking at it, you kind of look, I mean, it's big, it's wide, it's not going to be fast.
Oh, how far away is this ship?
I would say the totality of the river is probably about 100 feet across, and it's roughly dead center.
Which is, again, still about 30 feet from us, so about 80 feet to the middeck.
About.
Is there anybody on deck?
With a 5, you're not sure.
How far up the river is it from us?
It's probably, once it starts seeing details, things like that, it probably starts coming down. It's probably within, I'd say, 200 feet. Like the first two of you noticed it when it was farther off, but as you both are traveling, opposite directions, you're getting closer quicker.
Mm-hmm.
When they're in range, I'm going to just start pointing at the ship in random locations and just repeatedly casting message. Do you have any pearls worth 100 gold? Do you have any pearls worth 100 gold?
Pyre just keeps walking.
How many times do you do this?
How many times do you do this?
6 times.
Good lord.
I figure by that they're probably out of range.
After about the third or fourth message, all of you start hearing this weird noise, but it's familiar too. It sounds like a distant bell constantly being rung in rapid succession. Ding 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 ding. As all of you look and begin to see, there are just the ports are opening, cannons are being rolled out, people are coming up on deck.
Nope, Pyre's already just walking. She's not even. As soon as he started doing this, she's like, "Nope, I am done. I am walking." She's not even there.
Kelvin's sitting in the cart.
Yeah.
How far away is Kelvin sitting from Cathalia?
How far away are you sitting from your sister?
I'm in the car. It's like 5-10 feet.
Are you within arm's reach?
Sure, I don't know.
I'm gonna smack the fire out of him like a mom does while she's driving. Stop it!
I think they're answering. Do you have a
Kelvin?
So, as you're smacking him, you hear a chunk.
Am I going off the road?
No, but you hear a very
They're
familiar
shooting
sound
arrows at us.
of an arrow hitting something and settling. And you look over, and you can see probably about just in on the ship side of your cart, shoved like buried into the side of the seat is an arrow with paper wound around it and tied to it.
Kelvin, check that.
I'll reach over and read the note, grab the note and read it.
It says, in very fancy script, to who it may concern, please stop your reckless use of arcane messaging systems.
What's it say, Kelvin?
It says they're trying to have been reaching us about the cart insurance. That we should just go.
We've been trying to reach you about your cart's extended warranty.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm glad Pyre's not there because she'd be
Run
like, he oogled at my legs. There's no extended. Let's face facts here.
I'm gonna crumple up the paper and put it in my pack.
Okay. As you finish out your...
No, thank you. We're not interested.
As you finish out your first day of travel. I need 2 of you or 1 of you with advantage to roll me a survival check, please. Actually, quick question about the Outlander background. Does it also say you can secure a campsite for your teammates, or just food and water?
And let's find out. Where is that at? That's in food and water.
Okay. Just so yeah.
I can help with survival. I've got a +3. So
I've got a +7.
I was gonna
There
say,
you go.
if she takes, let her take it with advantage.
I have a +1.
Yet I've constantly beat her at survivals.
Oh,
Wow.
It's a
Shady.
double
18,
18, boss.
18. Easy enough. You're able to find an area that is kind of nestled between 2 different sections of rolling hills. Looks like it'd be more safer to stay. Pull the cart off.
That way.
Yep. Pull the cart off. Untether the horses. Spend some time gathering up wild game, things like that. Berries, safe to eat. No issue for food or water. Or welcome to your campsite.
Cam took his lantern, didn't he?
Yep.
Indeed, he did.
Okay.
Pyre just kind of eats her food, lays down, kind of away from everybody.
How do we want to do watches now?
We each take a watch. Pyre just still laying down, just says that.
Okay.
Kelvin should take the first, as he's the hardest to wake up.
I resemble that remark.
Yes, you do resemble that remark.
That's what I said.
Yep. All right. Kelvin, you can give me a perception check, please.
All right. Paylor, please don't let me screw this up.
Of course. Roll a 1. Please, lose faith.
25.
Yay, Paylor!
Well done.
Paylor broke our DM.
No, we're fine. Well done. As you look around, keeping a watch on everything, you don't notice anything there. You are left to your thoughts as your eyes, ears are ever vigilant. Creature scurries past here or there. Nothing really seems to be of a threat. What you do notice at the end of your watch, the sun has gone down by now. Fire, the two-pronged sword that you keep.
Mm-hmm.
Do you keep it just out, just carried on you, or do you put it in the back of the cart?
No, I keep it on me.
Okay. What you do notice, Kelvin, now that the light has faded, is that the two separate prongs of the blade both give off a very small bit of light. Not enough to emit light in a radius to be of assistance, but they are faintly visible. Red and blue.
So her blade is neon. Cool. On one side it says open. On the other side it says eat at Joe's.
And who wouldn't want to eat at Joe's?
All right. Is that the end of my watch?
That's it. Unless you want to do anything
All right.
else. Unless you want to accomplish anything else.
Not really.
All right.
Just
Who do you wake up?
Fire.
Okay.
I'll go shake her up a little bit. Hey, it's that time.
All right. And then she kind of gets up.
And did you know your little sword thingy, it glows?
Fire looks over at it.
It's like got glow in the dark on it.
Fire just kind of looks at it does that mean something?
I don't know. People can see you in the dark. That might not be a good thing. We should probably hide that. I'm gonna go to bed. Good night.
Fire points to her hair and her markings.
I'm asleep.
Fire gets up, grabs her weapons, and just kind of does her watch.
All right. As it is full dark now, I will
Mm. It is a 9.
9. Not a lot going on. It's definitely calm. But it makes you wonder if it's calm here, how much further north is going to be till it's not calm. How many of your fellow gladiators may have taken up a contract? Good money.
Very good money.
Mind wanders to those lost.
What happened to that mug? Extend you. More on you. as Pyre just continues to look around.
Okay. Not a lot catching your eye. Next one.
Pyre doesn't wake up anybody. She just stays up and continues. She thinks about it, but she's like, fuck it, I'll do the next one too.
Okay.
Disadvantage. Let's see how bad we do this time. That's a 6.
Dice.
6. It's not noticing too much.
Pyre's like, it's too fucking dark, and she does produce flame.
As you do that, you see about 10 rats just scatter, 10 field mice just.
Alright.
See one running off with a piece of jerky.
Motherfucker. Was that mine or Kelvin's?
If you look over at Kelvin, you'll probably see one rat just kind of like probably perched up, like trying to defend off the other mice.
You look over and you see this little tiny albino mouse, rat,
Yeah. It's a rat.
and you can see it's just holding this like little toothpick.
Oh my god.
Mr. Whiskers got my back.
And it's not moving from the flame or the body. Perched on his chest. That's his hill.
That is where he will die.
I hope not.
Just resummon him.
Yeah. Edge kind of walking around every now and then looking at Mr. Whiskers, making sure he's okay. That he don't need no backup. I got a huge toothpick. But after a while, kind of Pyre doesn't see anything. She kind of tries to check out the tuning fork thing just to see like what is this, you know.
Okay. So
all Isa told me was it was our birthright. That's it.
You take it by the handle and kind of hold it in front of you, examine it, give a swing or two, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
And you notice is that it's light, almost too light. You definitely enjoy the heft of your great sword or your great axe.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like you could still wield this rather effectively, but make an insight check.
17?
17. As you are swinging over and around, things like that, you know what it looks like. It resembles a weapon, things like that. But the way it feels as you swing it, the way it feels in your hands, it feels like it's less designed as a weapon, more designed as a tool. To what ends? You are unsure. You know it could be wielded in combat. Could maybe be pretty effective. But why go through the trouble to make something so elaborate?
Can Pyre grab her sword and kind of like see like, you know, put it in between and see like kind of like see if it does anything like
Trying to hold them
the
side by
prongs.
side.
Yeah, and then maybe like put the sword in the prongs, you know, like see if
There is space between them, but it's not enough for a great sword.
okay. All right. So, yeah, she kind of puts them side by side, you know, like holds them out like
Yeah. They're just side by side.
kind of like you know, doing that.
Yeah. You do notice as you do that,
Mhm.
you know you didn't put a lot of pressure on it.
Mhm.
But the amount of sparks that comes off of the red or blue side, it's almost like you were putting every ounce of your strength into it. Through just a simple sliding of it, it is.
I hate the fact that I don't know magic because I want to do an Arcana check.
You can do one.
Fuck it. I was like, fuck it. Yeah, it's a -1, but Pyro's gonna be like, maybe this is this magic stuff. 11.
What you know of what it's made out of? So you know it's
Mm-hmm.
made out of Validium.
Mm-hmm.
You know that when Validium is near certain places, it absorbs that arcane energy.
Mm-hmm.
So what would happen if you put two opposing forces so close to each other and in such a concentrated crystal, essentially?
Mm-hmm.
It's volatile. Beyond that, you ain't got a whole lot.
Maybe talk to Kelvin or Snow. I don't know. As Pyro just continues to like, what the fuck is this? And as she looks at it, she kind of like goes from curiosity to just kind of sad. And at the end of the watch, she wakes up. Snow.
Okay. I will say at the end of your watch, you notice Cathalia coming out of her trance.
Yeah, so she wakes up. Snow. She actually starts taking her stuff down, puts it in the cart as best she can, climbs up in the cart and falls asleep because she knows she didn't get a lot of sleep. So if they need to travel with her asleep in the cart, that.
Okay. Snow, you're woken up.
Big stretch, flexes all the muscles, all the claws and the dirt, shakes everything out.
Last watch, as she just and then climbs in the cart,
Clambers
goes
in
to
the cart.
sleep.
Just a second. Perception? Not bad. 16.
May I have one more?
Yeah, it's at disadvantage, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. 15.
15. Nice.
15's still not bad.
Not bad at all. You notice that kind of as Pyre is packing her things up, and then there's just usual activity. Small mice running around here and there, interested in what tasty treats they smell.
There's a rat with a toothpick.
There's a rat with a toothpick sitting on Kelvin's chest.
Is that something that's like easy to spot?
Oh yeah.
It's an albino.
I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals and tell it, you defend that jerky.
I don't think it would. I think you could cast it, but I don't think it would work because it's not technically a beast. It's fine familiar, so it's like a face spirit.
Oh.
Maybe.
You don't know that, so she's talking to a rat that does not understand her.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the spell would still take place, and she'd probably just talk, and the other mice would be like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, you say that.
We're trying to get the
you start
jerky.
getting back jerky.
Mine?
Mine? Yeah, I was just thinking that. Mine?
Listen, I will defend my jerky. I don't give a... Wait, that's kind of offensive.
Oh my god.
Yes.
No pun intended, but I don't give a. But with a 15, again, just normal activity around here, relatively calm, not a ton of travelers going on. I will say that as first light comes about, you do see another kind of a smaller ship making its way pretty quick down the river. Definitely a smaller, sleeker ship.
Alrighty.
But as all of you get up to rise here for the day, we're going to take our break. I'll take about a 10-15 minute break. Give everybody a chance to get some food, some water, use the restroom, things like that. So hang out, and I look forward to seeing you all when we come back in about 10-15 minutes.
See you soon.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Thank you for hanging out during our little break there. Appreciate it. Let my players go get some water, some snacks. I know I got some water and snacks as well. We're going to get back into it. Just as we were getting together, everybody was getting up, getting off their long rest. Snow had caught a ship kind of at first light coming through. But the day is yours. I say to get to where you want to get to would probably be about, based on other distances here, at
That's
this
like-
point about 6-7 days.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's an easy week at least.
Yeah, I'd say due to how the river bends and moves,
Mhm.
we'll round it out to a week.
Whenever Pyre gets up in the back of the cart, she's gonna hold the thing up. Magic users, can you do a thingy for this?
What do you have there?
It's her glow in the dark sword.
My birthright. The
Oh, your tuning fork.
yeah.
Let's see.
Do you have a pearl worth 100 gold?
No, I don't.
Okay.
If I did, I would throw it in the river just to piss you off.
Well, then I couldn't tell you what you have.
I'll remember that next time you need somebody to take a punch for you.
No, what I mean is, I know a spell, but I need the pearl
Oh,
to
okay.
cast the spell.
Well, I'm sorry. If you know anybody who has a pearl, I can procure it rather quickly for you. But yeah, I don't see much of anybody here that might have a pearl.
She does that. There's just rolling hills, a river, and on the other side of the river, a stark difference to the lands you are in. You can see over into the kingdom of Zotaris, and it is bleak.
Well, I know Jerry didn't have a pearl.
DM,
Yes.
would you allow detect magic and an arcana check, or would it be one or the other?
Allow both, absolutely. What are you trying to get that detect magic cannot give.
So detect magic is the school of magic.
It's the school.
And then Arcana would be if it's something that I might have encountered before based off of that. Or if it's something that is entirely unknown because Pyre's now in a whole nother class as well. So it would mean like detect magic would be to like start the identification, then Arcana would be to see if I can refine that down even further.
Okay. Go ahead and give me your Arcana check while I look over the map.
Taylor be with her.
Taylor, be with me.
So much.
Taylor, be with me. Taylor, be with me. No, he left.
He's out.
No.
Should have asked the
You
cat
have
lord.
guidance. You have guidance. You can roll a
Oh.
d4 and add it
Guidance
to
on
it.
that?
I was gonna say he's over in the obelisk on the Arc Sir.
13 on Arcana.
13 on Arcana.
Actually, you know what? No, hang
Is
on.
that where you want to leave it?
15.
15? All right, that's pretty good. I will say, given the nature of what it is essentially crafted from, there is no singular school of magic available.
Makes sense.
What concerns you more
The damn weave
is the fact that there seems to almost be this constant. Have you ever listened to a taser go off?
Mm-hmm.
And heard that constant back and forth, the switching on and switching off of the current, the click, 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 click. Visualize that around the prongs of this blade. The weave itself is being constantly torn and resewn in the space between them.
Thank you, Dave Matthews fan.
Claire, can I try something?
What did you have in mind?
I'm going to cast Produce Flame in my hand and push it towards the blade. Is there any reaction from it?
As you do so, and you get within to where the flame almost touches it, it is essentially pulled into this central space, and you watch as almost like a tornado effect. It spirals up this space as it is. By the time it gets to the tip, it is no longer. Almost like you took it and you twisted it and stretched it out, and then once it came fully apart, the magic was just shredded, essentially.
Oh. What does that mean?
I don't know exactly. I don't want to try it with other spells just to see what happens, but I also am afraid of potentially, I don't know, overloading it, if that's possible. I don't know. It seems like you can absorb at least some parts of the elements with your sword.
Don't think it's a weapon? Not a stabby poke weapon, kind of. It's too light.
Hey, watch where I am in that thing.
I can see the magic being pulled apart and put together. It's kind of like what I see when I look at you, actually. Like, just this
thing, right?
Yeah.
That, interesting enough, because of the radius of the spell, is no longer around.
I'm considering I took it out of my chest. It's now there.
Yeah. I wonder if this can repair the weave? Because we've been seeing tears in it, or cracks in it, whatever you want to call it, that we've been cleaning up.
Hmm.
But I wonder.
Can Pyre do something?
You can always do something.
Okay,
What are you
with
trying to do?
the part that essentially took Snow's flame, can she like slice it on her hand to see if it does anything?
Essentially, no, because
Mm.
it's that central space in between, like where the two prongs are like this.
Yeah, well, I didn't know if I could take the other side and like slice it. Like,
The blade itself,
yes.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's what Pyre wants to do. She just kind of like just does that real quick.
Sure.
See what happens.
Which side?
Whichever side took the fire side. So if
Well,
it's
the fire
the
was in
red,
the middle, so
The
so
spell
probably
went to the middle space. There was no defining
probably
left or
I'm
right.
gonna I'm gonna go with the red side.
Okay.
red versus blue.
I love that.
You take 8 points of slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And 8 reduced to 4 points of fire damage.
All right, so
No, that definitely.
it can. As Pyre just kind of looks at her hand. Okay, so it can cut. Kind of burns a little bit, but not too much. So I guess you can pokey stab if you want to, but maybe not so much. Like as Pyre like hands like her great sword to Snow, like, see, feel this. She's like, feel the weight of that. As she's like, and then she's like,
and with her -1 strength drops it.
and then like Pyre,
drags it.
and then Pyre, and then like she's, it's like, all right, well you, she's like still holding her hand there. It's like, you feel that weight, right? Well, feel this. This has no weight.
Polly is just over here
noticed.
drinking her coffee.
Do you pick up
We're
the other
traveling.
Weird.
We're traveling. How are you drinking coffee?
She left
Who's
Kelvin with
driving?
the reins.
Oh God, no!
Okay, one-handed, like, what the fuck is up with you guys?
No, Kelvin's driving.
Yep.
Snow, do you take the two-pronged blade?
If Spire will allow me to, yeah.
Yeah, she kind of keeps her hand close just in case something bad happens, but
it's about as heavy as you would expect it to be, but with the way you saw Pyre manipulating it, make an insight check.
Oh my God, these rolls 10.
10. That's more than enough. You're used to this process. You know that when things are of a certain caliber of arcane influence, usually they have additional properties once you have spent some time with it. Either it can be lighter or unlock new abilities. You imagine this thing is probably within that tier, and it requires a connection to the user.
Mm.
AKA, it requires attunement.
Okay, so I had a thought, and this might work.
Go ahead.
I don't have water-based spells that won't hurt everybody, but if I were to take my water skin and try and put water in the same space where that fire is, what happens? Does it?
It just seems to pass through.
like Pyre's just like, she takes it back, holds it down. She's like, that's weird. This.
If you look up, Kelvin's now also in the back of the cart. The cart is still moving.
Oh my God, Kelvin.
What are you trying to do?
Horses are fine.
Nope. I got this. Thanks, Kelvin, for driving me
What?
and drinking my coffee.
They said they had it.
So, did you get anything.
Hold on, the DM's broken.
All right, I am the DM now. No.
They said they had it. They're horses.
You don't have that spell,
right.
Kelvin.
Sorry, y'all.
You don't know what I have.
As you pour the water, I guess that through the middle of the blade, essentially, the open space, it just falls right through.
Is there...
As I see the water fall through, and because I've heard what they've been trying to do, I am going to use the cantrip Shape Water and wrap the water around the blade.
Okay. As you release that arcane influence over the water, you can see it begin to take hold and want to manipulate the water. But as soon as it gets in the radius of that inside space between the two prongs, your magic is it's weird. It is pulled from you. And you watch as the water kind of does the same thing, where it is essentially it's tornadoed, whirlpooled within that central space of the two prongs. Before, after just a few seconds, the water falls, the influence gone.
Snow kind of just like examines it. You have a weave absorber.
Fire grabs it back, like looking at it. She grabs it back.
It's taking the arcane essence and absorbing it, and leaving the base element behind.
That seems bad.
That depends. If you can absorb it, maybe you can also expel it. Like I said, might be able to tear the weave and repair the weave.
Like I said, whenever I cut my hand, it burned. So took some.
That was also a Valadium crystal that was attuned to the fire plane, so that might be why.
Yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else you...
Not really.
Is there any way to unlock it? Or...
Not that I can tell. You would need the actual identify ability to do that, I think. It's not in my wheelhouse. She just kind of points over at Kelvin, the pearl hoarder over there.
Just need a pearl.
Kelvin, is there?
I go back up and I go start talking to the horses. Look, they just don't understand. If I just had a pearl, I could do everything they wanted.
Kelvin, is there a way to get connected with this? To try to figure it out? Or unlock it somehow?
Yes, there is.
Wait, what's the radius of speed with animals? It doesn't have one.
Hearing.
I mean, you could do what I did with my lightning bow.
The range is hearing.
The river's pretty.
Do I need to hang out with it? Give it a name? I don't know.
Just keep it with you for a while.
I was saying the river's pretty deep, right?
Yeah, it can take seafaring ships.
I mean,
I'll wait till we actually stop for the day, but I have something I want to try.
All right.
But do we got to spend time with it? Give it a nickname or something? I don't know.
No idea. But spending time with it might not be a bad idea. There are plenty of items that we have to make a connection with over time, so.
Oh yeah, like my sword. She holds it. It's like I don't know why, but I know a lot about it now.
Might have to do the same thing with this one. I mean, if you want to give it a name, maybe it'll enjoy having a name. I don't know. Do swords have feelings?
Do
It
swords
might.
have feelings?
I don't have cast speak with weapons, but I know I get happy whenever I use it, so why would it not be happy whenever I use it? I don't know.
Well, there you go. Now you gotta think of a name for it.
Aspire just gets it, sits in the bag, and just stares at this thing, just kind of like concentrating on it. Like, do I really have to give it a name? No.
All the best swords have names.
I know, but the sword gave me its name. I didn't give it a name.
Oh.
Well, if the
Maybe
sword
this.
already has a name, then
The
you're
sword
No,
gave
I mean
you its name.
she holds a great sword up. This just gave me its name. It didn't have a name. I didn't name it. It gave it to me. I know what it is. In
I
here.
thought you just said you couldn't talk to swords.
Apparently I can. I don't know.
Then you should try talking to the new sword.
I don't know.
Alright.
Swords that talk to people are kind of sus.
Have you tried talking to the sword? That's what I thought, and I turned back and talked to the horses again.
I'm like, I don't know whether that's stupid or genius.
Look, she just doesn't understand. If you just talk to something, over time you get a relationship. It's fine.
Okay, speak with
We
animals
get
has
this.
to still be going. What are the horses?
The horses are like, this guy talks a lot. I know. We have to listen to him. I know. Just keep staring forward. Try and get your ears in the wind to block him out.
Then you all of a sudden see them like turning everywhere the wind blows.
You just see their ears constantly trying to.
Yeah.
No, you guys get me.
Worth it.
As Pyre just hangs out. Just, I don't know. Just hanging out with the
Alrighty.
tuning fork sword.
As you are all making your travels for your first full day, but second day of traveling, someone roll a d12.
Not me, because
I
I'm
will.
rolling shit.
Not me. You don't know what's on the table.
No.
2?
Get off my desk.
Somehow rocks fall. No. That's...
And only the horses die. No.
And they're like, thank God.
I'll avenge you.
Coming along.
I didn't get your names.
So, 2, that is on my table. As you are traveling, you come across this kind of a smaller, quickly built little shanty of a town. There's like 6 buildings total. They're all directly on the riverside. They're on the stilts where they're built essentially half over the river, half on water, or on land, I mean. And you can see there's some like boats tied up, things like that. You see individuals pulling in nets for fishing.
Fire, without even like looking away from it. No, I don't think they have a pearl either, Kelvin.
Did you ask? You haven't even talked to your sword yet.
I'm not vocalizing it, okay? I'm using my mind.
Then how can it hear you? Hey, do you have any pearls?
You kind of see him look at his wave.
Yes, hi, pearls. Do you speak common? Pearls.
No, he's Earl. I'm Tim.
Oh god.
I met your friend Jerry down the way. He says hi. Let's go.
Lord.
I'm not gonna yell at the sword.
We'll say that as you are traveling and you're just about to get past this place, the smell of freshly being cooked and smoked fish comes across all of your nostrils.
Fire pulls out jerky, just starts eating it. She's just
See Snow just salivating at the smell. Fish.
100%. It's that cartoon where the smell wafts her over there, like she drifts on the air.
Fish.
Do we need to stop?
Yes.
No, I'm good.
Yes. No, we'll stop.
I can just
see
I can catch a fish.
Conveniently located about 10 feet off the main road is this one other building that only has 3 walls and a partial roof, and it's just a giant fire pit in the middle with skewers about 4 or 5 feet long laid over it with just different kinds of fresh. Actually, this would be saltwater fish. So saltwater type creatures. You can see one person just smiling and waving. And they kind of start turning all of them.
I'll find a good little spot to park.
It's
as
open
soon as the cart stops, Snow is gone.
No, what?
I'm gonna cross the river for fish.
Well, they're on your side.
Oh, okay.
Well, they're on y'all's side of the river.
Pyre's staying in the cart, just staring at the sword. Like, maybe I should give it a name. I don't know.
Welcome. Rather enthusiastic. How's it going?
She's just like, fish. Give me the fish now.
She's still
No rages. No rages.
How much for the fish?
I mean, they're just caught this morning, so if you want a whole one, just 3 copper.
I'll take 2.
Okay. Which ones you want? He just points.
Is there a dire salmon in there?
There's some decently sized ones in there.
He kind of considers it for a minute. Yeah, I'll take the biggest ones you got.
Okay. And you can see him as he starts shifting through some of the skewers, and he goes to one where it's 2 skewers for the fish. And he kind of just pulls 2 off, and then he's got this, I'd say parchment paper, but it's more like thick, like old-timey butcher paper, essentially. And it's just a sheet like that big. And he just does like the half wrap with it and hands you both of them. They're warm.
You said that was 3 copper each?
Yes.
Okay. I'm glad it's copper. It's the only thing I have. Snow will take the fish. She takes one of them, puts it in her backpack.
Okay.
Takes the other one, just sticks it in her mouth, and walks out with it.
A whole fish?
She's a 6-foot cat, alright? This is not a house cat we're talking about.
Yeah, it's...
Yeah, this isn't River or Houston.
Oh, I'll just, as I see her walking up with just a tail hanging out her mouth and no other fish, I'll be like, all right. And I'll jump off the cart and I'll walk over to the fish guy.
All right.
Kelvin, wait. Damn it. I'll get down and go get some fish too.
I'm gonna walk over to the guy.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Great. What can I get for you? 3 copper of fish.
Well, you don't have anything else, do you?
A crab.
How much for the crab?
2 copper.
Do you have any pearls?
I was 100% gonna see Kelvin like taking the fish and seeing if they maybe swallowed a pearl.
No, we catch fish. If you want pearls, you can go dive.
Pearls in the water?
I mean, maybe.
We'll get back to that. How many fish do you have? I can't count that high.
I can't
You
either.
can only count to 4.
They can only count to 4.
You see, you
how
can't.
many fish does he have?
He probably has about 10 more fish.
Are any of these fish for you?
No. I usually.
I'll take them all.
Y'all coming, and I started. Okay. That's well, once 3 copies, and then 2 6.
Oh my god.
This might be too much, but here, and I'll hand him a gold.
Okay. He's like that.
He's doing Brandon math.
You're probably right. That might not be enough. Here's another gold.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you.
Are we square now?
Yeah. Needed. I got paper. You can wrap them in.
Yeah, if you can do that.
Thalia comes in and she's like, I want to fit. They're all gone. And the Kelvin's like, should have hurried up.
You can see that there's
no fish.
There's this neat netting bundle of wrapped fish that is being handed to your brother as soon as you walk up. Like it's passed over as soon as you step within range.
What? I got hungry and I'll walk away.
Well, fuck. Okay. I guess I'll go back to the cart then.
Just follow me back to the cart.
Sit there with the sword, eating jerky.
So, since we've stopped...
Oh no.
This is gonna be a shot in the dark, but... I don't know if this will work. Can I cast Speak with Animals and see if there are any oysters in the water that would be willing to give up their pearl for Kelvin?
Aww.
Please hold.
Would an oyster know how much its pearl is worth?
Please hold.
You need help from Pyre? Just tell her. She has Speak with Animals too.
You can ask Kelvin. He doesn't, though. He doesn't have Speak with Animals. He just talks to them.
How do you go about asking this?
So it's probably Pyre that sees it. Snow comes back, puts her pack in the cart, takes the fish out of it because she doesn't want her pack being covered in fish oil. Puts the fish next to her pack. She's gonna walk to the edge of the water and just start speaking into the water. She has no idea if there's any in there, if anything can hear her. She is just speaking to the water.
She's like, Pearl?
Your nose is in the water?
Yeah.
Pearl?
I guess the fish is salty.
Just above the surface of the water, like, oysters? Hello? Is there anyone in there? Can
Pyre's like looking from her sword and like,
Okay.
She need help?
Does
she need
You're
help?
giving me a fun one here. I'll go with it. Due to the fact that you need to project your voice hard enough to get where it needs to go, roll me a Constitution check.
Oh no.
To see if
Roll high.
Yes, there you go.
Yes.
Oh.
There you go. There you go.
That is a nat 20 for a 22.
Yes.
You yell a few times, you get up like, no, come on. Sploosh! You put your head under there and you just scream as loud as you can. And then you give back this teeny little voice. I can help. Hello?
Can I have your pearl, please?
Yeah?
Do you want anything for it?
Kelp?
Was that help or kelp?
Kelp.
Kelp.
She was slaying the evil lobster going after the oyster.
Oh god. Snow looks at oyster. Looks at the kelp that's down at the bottom. Looks at the oyster.
You can just see it go.
The kelp that's down at the bottom.
It's not opening, it's just moving.
Mm-hmm. Fuck it, he'll owe me one later. And she will fully dive into the river to see if she can get the kelp. Cat is getting wet for you, Kelvin.
I would say with your move speed, what's your constitution score? What's your modifier?
The modifier is a +2.
Oh, you got plenty of time. Yeah, it's like what, 4 minutes? That gives her 2 minutes already.
It's 1 plus your constitution modifier, so it's 3 minutes.
Oh yeah, plenty of
3
time.
minutes of holding your breath.
Yeah, you are able to get down
hang
there.
on. I can extend that if I need to.
No, plenty of time. And in that 20, you get down there, you grab a bit of the kelp, you come back up, and the pearl just it just goes, and setting inside is the most beautiful little black pearl you've ever seen in your entire life.
Oh.
I will pluck pearl out and lay the kelp across the bed where the pearl was laying. Make sure I don't get my paw stuck in there for when it snaps shut on me.
Cat-like reflexes.
It doesn't snap on you. It doesn't do anything like that. You're able to just pull it out, leave the kelp behind. It waits just a few seconds before it just goes.
I'll just kind of yell at it because that's how I have to get my voice through it. Thank you.
Yeah. And Pyre's just sitting here watching this entire, she just went in the water?
Yep.
Yeah, and like a minute later, she comes back up, pulls herself out of the river, like digging her claws into the banks to get up the side.
Yep.
And then just shakes the water.
The big eyes, like, oh god, oh god.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, that fur makes her look a lot bigger. She is actually skinny as fuck and everything.
She really is, actually. Like, she does not have a lot of weight on her.
The buyer's like, that face is terrifying. Oh my god.
And then she shakes herself out and all goes.
Prestidigitation.
As Kelvin comes back to the cart, she kind of just trudges over to him. Here. And hands him the pearl.
Oh, cool. Now I just need an owl feather.
Talk to your sister about that one.
All right.
This is why I don't help anybody, as Fire just goes back to looking at the sword.
After you
these people.
After you get arcanely dried off by your loving sorcerer.
Cathalia?
Yes, Kelvin.
You know those feathers you were trying to give me before?
Mm-hmm.
Are any of them owl feathers?
No, and they're all gone.
Do you have any owl feathers?
No, but
Can you find some owl feathers?
Eventually. How soon do you need it?
Pyre, how soon do I need those owl feathers? Have you talked to your sword yet?
Yeah, it says it wants to stab you.
I don't believe you. Soon, please. I think Pyre's going crazy.
I'm casting speak with weapons as hard as I can, okay?
I will look for
I don't
them.
think she is.
I will look for them when I go get us food when we camp down for the night. But I'm not making promises.
Earl,
Yeah.
are there any owls around here? Not owl, owls, the animal.
Yeah.
Do you have any feathers from them? Are there any around?
Do you see trees?
What time of day is it?
Later in the evening.
Do you have anything like owl feather decorations?
No, we fish.
Are we camping here or are we going up the road some?
No, we're not camping here.
Then get in the cart so we can go.
All right. Oh, you can have a fish, by the way.
Thank you.
Snow, you can have more fish. Pyre, you and your sword can have fish. Yeah, I bought all the fish.
You look and you see
There's
just all the fish packaged up, about 10 to 12 different varieties.
Pyre takes a fish and just starts eating it like it's just a piece of jerky. Just like
Share with your
tearing it
sword.
off.
I lead.
Share with your sword.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna go find a nice spot to camp.
All right. Go ahead, roll me a survival check.
Is this one advantage?
What's your favorite
Let's
terrain?
shoot.
Grasslands?
Yes.
Wait.
Actually, no, wait. You don't have to roll, do you?
For a camping spot, yes.
I don't know, but
oh, there
Nat 20.
is.
Yeah.
Nice. Total 27. You are able to find a very nice. Looks like you're not sure if it's was built to just be a constant floating house or something like that, but there is a bit of a you're used to being a guide, and you know what certain symbols are used and certain lingo is used for when a building is built and left somewhere mostly unoccupied. It's for travelers. It's essentially just someone knew it was going to be a common point, so usually you stay there and you leave like behind a copper, or you just leave something behind.
So like the cabins in the mountains.
Yeah. But you find one not too far, about another 45 minutes up the trail. And it's large enough to hold all of you.
Is this a D&D Airbnb?
It is.
A D&D.
Yes.
After we get the horses settled, I guess I'm gonna go look for some fucking owl feathers for my brother.
Roll an investigation check.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, with your talents as a ranger and the bow that you have, you're able to take one out of the sky and bring it on back.
Is it the electric bow? Because then you have cooked bird too.
I don't use the normal bow anymore.
It's like, but it's just it's small. Kelvin's gonna eat that, or Pyre is, and then everybody's gonna be pissed off.
I'll come up and I'll just hold the whole bird out to my brother. Is this enough?
Like one feather. I'm good, thank you.
Does whatever you need it for use up the feather?
No, I just needed a feather. Thank you. I'll put
Okay.
it in my pouch.
So I guess I will scavenge any feathers that are good still.
I'll be like,
Alright, then.
Pluck the bird.
And
I'm so dumb.
keep
I
them.
have this thing. I didn't even need the feather. Can I see your sword?
Fire,
What a
like,
dick.
holds it
You
out.
scavenged 13
You
owl
see it?
feathers.
Thank you.
Can you see it? As she doesn't hand it to him, but she just holds it up like, you wanted to see it, right?
I need it. I actually need it for a hefty amount of time. I'm going to tell you what it does. You can lay it down. That's fine. Lay it down. Actually, that's going to be better. Let's lay it down.
Are you going to give it back?
I'm not even taking it anywhere if you put it on the ground.
Can I watch?
I mean, if that's what you like to do.
Alright, as she lays it down, just sits there and watches.
I'm going to sit down. I'm going to take out the pearl in one hand, and I'm going to place my hand on the sword. And for the next 11 minutes, I'm going to ritually cast Identify.
Very well. Could you throw it in the chat for me so I can read it? I want to give.
Hire sitting there like, oh, this is interesting, but you know, like, oh, but in her head she's like, I don't know what the fuck he's doing right now. It looks like he's just touching it. I did that. What?
I basically learned everything about it, except for curses.
You don't get its name. You do learn there is a magical property to it that works in similar fashion to the Absorb Elements spell. But for this, it comes to you as ebb and flow. Using a reaction, absorb any arcane effect and lessen the damage by half. If you do this, you gain. I'll send you the formula later on, but essentially you gain charges to the weapon. Next time you make an attack, you may choose to expend a number of charges to add that number of charges d6 of damage to the swing.
God damn.
You know that it was created with a spell, and the spell created it was Wish.
So, bleh, and I tell her all that. This, you can use it to half damage on, like,
one charge.
On spell attacks, based upon what the spell is. You can amplify the damage based upon what it turns that spell into. And someone made this with the Wish spell.
What does Pyre need to roll to see if she understands what the fuck he's saying right now?
He would know how to communicate it to you.
Okay, because I was about to say.
No.
Okay.
Take it back. It currently has 0 charges.
Okay. That's interesting. As Pyre picks it up.
You would know it requires attunement.
Mm-hmm.
Also know there are conditions to the attunement. You would know that if you attune to this, you cannot be attuned to any other weapons.
So, you know when you were talking earlier about how weapons might have feelings? Well, if you like another weapon, this one gets jealous. So when you sit with this one and become friends with it, you gotta kick your other weapons outside. I'm just telling you what it does.
So, if I use this I have to stop using this as fire points to her greatsword.
Did you have to sit with that one?
I don't know. I just know after the fight with Joseph, it's like I knew what it was called. I knew the things it could do.
Then I'm gonna say that's a solid maybe.
Maybe,
I mean, I'm sure you could still use it. You just wouldn't get the benefits of it.
but yeah, clearly I could still use it as she holds her hand up and there's still the cut on her.
Where did that come from?
I did that to myself.
I'm gonna reach forward. Stop doing stuff like that and just like touch your hand and cure wounds too.
I just like, no, don't touch me.
Fine, I won't touch your hand. I'll boop her nose. Cure
No,
wounds level 2.
you guys won't let me have any cool scars anymore.
That's gonna be 14 healing, which I believe is puts you back to full.
Yes. Can't have any cool scars with you guys around.
You can't be hurt.
Look, I'm the worst person when it comes to cure wounds, so you're safe with me.
Oh my
I was like, it's my hand. I'm pretty sure I can handle the pain if I need to grab my sword with it.
Ooh, do I still have the scar on my hand from when I did the blood pact thing?
You do.
I don't show Kelvin.
Just kind
I'm
of
gonna-
looks at it like, oh shit.
I'm gonna pull the
Everybody starts
scarf,
hiding
whatever thing
their
it is
scars.
that Isa gave me, and it was like wrapped around my wrist and kind of like up my arm and whatever. I'm gonna pull it down to where it covers my hand and looks cool.
Okay.
Wait, yeah,
all
left
I-
hand.
Catholic, why are you
Actively
tugging
trying to be
at that?
stealthy.
Yeah, I was about to say, because we're probably paying attention to you now because you made a point to say something
I didn't say anything.
about cure wounds. You did.
Oh no, that was just me talking, like player me. Because I really am the worst person when it comes to cure wounds.
Especially when the panic hits.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you played a
know my
cleric.
spells.
And you played a cleric.
I did a pretty good job with a cleric, though.
There's a difference between having a weapon and then having spells as a backup versus only using spells. Trust me, I know. When
Yeah,
you have
fuck
spells
magic.
as your main attack, that's all you got.
Yeah, that's why you just say, fuck magic, hit something.
As you continue to travel for the day, having these discussions, making these discoveries, you come to the close of your second day. I will say watches are had. You're out in the open, not a lot going on. Actually,
I thought we were in that little cabin thingy.
that's right, you were. Did you have a watch while you were in there?
Yeah, we just sit
I would
on the
assume
porch.
so.
Okay.
Sit on the
Who's
porch.
taking second watch?
I will, since I took it last time.
Okay. As you are in the midst, as you are in the midst of your watch, you begin to hear the sound of horse hooves. Not very fast, decently paced, similar to what you guys were. And you look to the north, you can see it looks like there's caravan coming through. As you start hearing multiple horses.
Wait, did we not have a first swap?
And I see them.
You did, but this would have been during second.
Oh, okay.
Can I see them from where I'm at, or just still hear them?
You hear it first, and then once they come within your 60 feet of dark vision, you can see the horses break through the darkness. They're tired.
Pyre's sitting there in a rocking chair, whittling away.
There's 4 horses to a cart. These are large, wheeled vehicles.
Can Pyre do divine sense like she did with the last one?
As you do so, there is no... Actually, what does that give you again?
Detect good and evil until the end of your next turn. You can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell or know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet.
You get... It's interesting. You get these almost like half signatures or muddied down signatures of celestial. A couple, like 3.
Well, this feels good. It's like a Myers just looks at their thing. It's like, I've only dealt with fiends so far.
As you're sitting there watching this, you can see as they get closer to the building, they don't seem to be showing signs of slowing or stopping. But the horses do look tired. The individuals you see on the carts look tired. And you can see on the side of them. Actually, no, because of the dark vision works. See this? Never mind.
Fire do produce Fire kind of goes up to maybe like get closer, look at them because she noticed that they're tired. Maybe see if they might stop and talk to her for a little bit.
As they get within kind of like conversation range, you see the driver kind of looks at you.
Traveling far?
Back to the capital, ma'am. Have a good night.
You too. You guys be safe. As Pyre just kind of looks at everybody, like all the carts.
There's about 6 carts in similar size, all drawn by horses.
Pyre like kind of nods her head at each one, just kind of like, okay, hey, how you doing?
Give me a perception check with disadvantage, please.
All right. Nine. You loving those 9s.
You don't get a ton of details. What you can see, you look like there's a couple of individuals. Like some of the carts aren't fully enclosed; they're open. You can see people kind of hanging off the edge, resting. You can see some have like bandaged up arms being held up in slings, or like perhaps like their heads are wrapped in bandages.
Would I be able to tell that these are probably people who were in a city that got caught in a fight, or possible soldiers?
Since you cannot discern color differences, you can't see symbols or anything, but you can see armor styles and things like that. It looks in similar alignment with what you're used to seeing around the capital for the King's Blades.
Okay. Fire kind of walks away, kind of like doing that like kind of look back kind of thing once the last cart leaves, and continues her watch to hopefully let everybody know what happened and everything.
Yeah. You pass the information to the next person pick up. Next person has a watch. It's eventful. The other 2 go pretty slow, and you are greeted with the next morning. You're welcome to have whatever conversations you want about the information passed to the watches, and then prepare for your next day travel. As I start making notes about how many days you've traveled in total.
We're at 2 now.
Higher.
Down 5 to go.
Technically 2.5. The half symbol of it.
As we're traveling, Pyre kind of lets them know, like, hey, I kind of did the thing that I did with the one cards and got some muddied celestial, but couple pings, not a whole lot. 3. A lot of, from what I see, bandaged up people wearing armor that look like the Night Shield headed to the capital. Everybody look exhausted, like they've been traveling nonstop for a while. I don't know if they came directly from the front lines or what, but we were headed back to the capital.
Did you ask him about any of the other people that helped us?
I wasn't able to really ask anything. They were going. Nothing was gonna stop them other than if I tried attacking them. And I wasn't about to do that.
Well, I'm glad
obviously.
you didn't this time.
Well, yeah, they weren't fiends this time.
I mean, just because something's a fiend doesn't necessarily make it a bad thing.
Yet we found a lot out, such as armor being misrepresented or whatever. Just Kelvin, whenever you get this ability, then you tell me how to use it.
Oh no, you're using it fine. We just don't have to fight everything.
Yeah, that's the reason
Thank
why
you for
you're
not fighting
still
anything last night.
alive. Very easily
I
could
mean,
slit your
I
throat in your
wandered the
sleep.
forest. I wandered the forest for like 30 days, and I was okay.
Yeah.
The youngest of them goes, "All right, kids, come on, let's wrangle everything together. We're going."
All right, Mom, let's go.
All right.
I thought we were already traveling because I said as we
We
are
were already
traveling.
traveling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So we're gonna get this.
We're
day.
in the cart.
We're gonna close out the second day, and then we're gonna close out the stream. So someone please roll me a D12.
I rolled the
I'll
last
do
one.
it. 1.
Okay.
Remember what I said about not fighting everything?
As you are traveling close to the river, as you are, you see what looks to be about 2 or 3 smaller boats, less ships, more boats coming down the river. Pretty quick. Sails, full catch. Probably enough to hold about, I'd say, a crew of 3 to 5. There's 3 of them coming down. And you can see they seem to be in pursuit of a larger vessel that's probably about closer to you all. But I'd say the distance between the two of them is probably about 50 to 60 feet. The distance to you all to the ship being pursued, probably about, say, to be able to discern all these details, probably pretty close. They're probably like maybe 80 to 100 feet. They're almost perfectly aligned with you where you are at on the land. And you can see there's definitely a lot of chaos going on the larger vessel as they are pushing to get sails unfurled.
How many small boats did you say? I'm sorry.
3.
3. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
any identifiers on any of the ships to figure out if they're Thavian, if they're actual like navy for the King's Blades, or
Everyone
some
give me
sort
a
of
perception
pirate
check.
insignia?
Uh, 3.
Nope. I'm gonna use
15. I assumed it was probably too
Damn it.
quick for too fast for a prayer.
18.
18, 2 18s. You can see that while there is a symbol upon the larger vessel, you don't recognize it. But you can see that the other 3 have no flags up. But the 3 pursuing ships definitely have, each of them have an individual at the front with a longbow. And you can see arrows being fired.
How close together are the ships?
Together, there's probably about a 40 to 60 foot gap between the 2 ships currently.
No, I mean between like the 3 ships that are in chase. Are they in like like a tight formation or?
Not super close. They're giving the 3 wake space so they don't compromise their aim. But I'd say all in all, they're probably maybe 20 from each other. So across the way, that'd be 40.
So if I was to cast slow, can I catch all 3 ships?
Does it affect ships?
I'm not trying to affect the ships.
He's trying to affect the archers.
Nope. I'm not trying to affect the archers either.
What are you trying to affect?
I'm trying to affect the people that are steering the boats.
What's the size?
If they move slow, it's 40 foot cube.
How far out does it reach?
Pretty far. Slow is up to 120 feet away.
Yeah, they're in range.
And it's a 40 foot cube, and I can affect 6 creatures up to my choice.
What 6 are you choosing?
I am choosing the 3 people who. So 3 people who are basically controlling the sails. So the main sail person on each ship, and the person whoever is controlling the steering wheel.
Rudder.
All right.
Yeah, that way they're slow, and they're like maybe that'll make them crash.
Okay, so we'll have ship 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
So Helmsman 1, what's your DC?
16.
Fail. Helmsman 2, succeed. Helmsman 3, succeed. So 1 ship is going to have a slow steerer.
Okay.
And then what was the other 3? Sail?
The sails, yeah, the people on the sails.
Ship 1, fail. Ship 2, your DC? 16?
16.
Fail. Ship 3, fail.
So all
The
3
one ship is really slow.
Yeah. One ship has slowed. Ship 1 has slowed steering and wind, and the other one have slowed wind.
Yeah.
It's like
slowed directional.
Yeah.
So, yeah. After you extend your hand out and cast this spell, you notice immediately as one of the ships they start listing lazily to the left, and you watch as it just runs aground. You can just hear shouting, "What's going on? What in the world?" They're looking around trying to figure out what's going on, see if anybody even notices in the panic.
I'm doing my best.
Nope, they're in sheer panic. Yeah, they can't see what's going on. But before we roll initiative and get into land to sea combat, or land to river combat, we're going to close out our stream.
We don't even know who we are fighting.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was wanting to avoid.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kelvin.
Yeah, because all of a sudden Fire sees people that she knows from my tool. She's like, fuck, no.
I didn't do anything to actually hurt anybody. I slowed them down.
You're not wrong. You're still an asshole.
Yeah.
He's our asshole.
Well, everybody, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you had just as fun as I did. I know my players had fun. I do want to say that there will be no stream next Wednesday. We're all going to take a bit of a break. And we will come back and be ready to see how this land to water combat unfolds. So until then, stay tuned, check out our Discord, check out our socials, get ready for some updates and some things going on. We have some projects lined up and we cannot wait to get them rolling. Until then, we hope you have a great night, a great week, and we'll catch you in 2 Wednesdays. Good night, everybody.
See you later. Bye.